Well, hello, everybody, and good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. I'm Bobby Melendez, joined always by my tag team partner, Josh Kimmel, here on FTSN. It's a special pre-show edition of No Holds Barred Wrestlepalooza, ESPN's first pay-per-view. I guess that's what we call it now, right? Is it a PLE? No, it's pay-per-view now. You have to pay.
Pay-per-view now.
Pay-per-view. The first ever is tonight, the first show. We're here to talk about it, but we do have an admission before we get started. We thought it was next week. I guess we got lost in the shuffle. We had a whole other show plan. It wasn't until a couple days ago we were like, wait a second, it's this weekend. But we're ready to go. Josh, how you doing, brother?
Man, I am excited to be on the show to talk wrestling. It's been a long week of beatdowns of just fantasy football, just disappointment. It was a horrible week for me, but I'm glad to talk wrestling with you. I just want to tease. I'm not going to tease. I'll just announce it. We are going to preview or review the first ever AEW COVID show with the Stadium Stampede, with back in 2020. So that's what we were supposed to do. And we were already watching the show. Bobby already has notes. And then Bobby's like, hey man, the wrestling's like their pay-per-views are this weekend. I'm like, no, it's not, bro. This is 28th, 29th. We're good. Then I looked, I'm like, oh wait, he's right. So I guess we have to do a preview of today's show, which is Wrestlepalooza.
That's right.
Can I talk about streaming real quick? I have ESPN now because I went on my Spectrum. I got my cable. I've been paying $22 a month for HBO Max forever. It's included with my Spectrum pass. Canceled that. Now I have HBO Max for free. Peacock, it's on my Spectrum pass. I could have that for free. Canceled that. Disney Plus, didn't have it before. Have it now. If you have cable, people, check your cable provider because you have a bunch of streaming service options that you may not know of that I just figured out. That being said, I have ESPN now because of my Spectrum cable service. Do I still have to pay for this pay-per-view, Bobby? I have not logged in yet. I'm logged in. I made sure that I'm on my account with my Spectrum. Do I have to pay for this Wrestlepalooza or is it included with the app? Because I still am unsure. Because I went on HBO Max today, and if I wanted to watch All Out or All In, whatever it is, All Out, I had to pay $40. So on ESPN, do I have to pay?
So I have the ESPN app. I have YouTube TV. I went on the ESPN app today. I went through my phone. I scanned the barcode. I got right in. I checked the Tennessee game. There's the Tennessee Vols versus whoever, UAB. And I was like, okay, that works. I see Wrestlepalooza up there. Click on that. It says, we'll be live later. I'm like, there it is. Cool. Pre-show's going on at 2. I click on it. It says, you need Disney, My Disney. There you go. My son in the background said, you need My Disney. It's a separate thing. So I think you need to make sure you have that. If you have Hulu Plus or Hulu whatever, if you have that, then you should be able to log in. I ended up I had the bundle, so my wife figured it out, and we it's on now. So yes, you might have to if you don't have that.
I said this on Thursday night.
So it is a pay-per-view. You have to pay that to view it. So it's pay-per-view.
It's annoying. It's just so annoying. But you know what? Let's get over it. We got a great card. It's a superstar card. Maria, I was going to buy All Out. I really was. But then I looked at the card and I said, is this worth $40? And I said, no, it's not. I'm sure it's a good show, but all those matches are TV matches. Besides Edge and Christian and FTR, that's going to be a banger. But I wanted to watch that. But you know what I've been watching instead? Superman. It's on HBO Max. I paused Superman to come do the show with you guys. I'm gonna finish Superman and try to figure out this ESPN situation. What a superstar matchup, though, man. All of these matches could main event a show. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yes. And that's the thing. Like, I was also, actually, at first it was just 4 matches. I think they added a 5th one. Because somebody was telling me it's only 4 matches, but no, there's 5 matches. And you're right. Any one of these could be a main event. And let me just make sure we got Adrian in the comments. Adrian had his show earlier today. 1 o'clock Eastern, had 2 Raw for SmackDown. Shout out to Adrian. We got to have Adrian on the show here. I've been on the show to him talking Dolphins and Heat and everything else. We got to have him on No Holds Barred. DSG says, can't be worse than watching the Finns. Wrestlepalooza can't be worse than watching the Finns. I don't think it will. I think people are going to like it. If it's ESPN's first pay-per-view, there's big things I think are going to happen. Adrian says, I have a site for you for free. He has a free site. If you want to watch it, he has you hooked up.
Appreciate that.
First of all, shout out to Maria. She's watching All Out and watching us. So we appreciate the commitment and the loyalty, Maria. Bless you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, 100%, Adrian. Got to get you on, my man. So, yeah, I'm really, first off, I am excited to watch Double or Nothing. So, because Josh challenged me. Josh said, Bobby, let's watch this. You watch it and let's talk about it. And so I did. I was like, nobody was in the room. Nobody was home. I said, I'm going to turn it on. I had my notebook. I have all the notes here. Wrestling, Dolphins, got it all. This is my notebook. I always change it out when I run out of pages. And I put AEW, Double or Nothing, 2020, right? Is that the one? And so, I started, like, as soon as it started, I like the intro. I like the stage setup. And then, of course, that's when Evan's like, hey, dude, what are you doing? I said, oh, watch it. He goes, you guys are doing that wrestling. I was like, oh, crap. Wait, okay, how's that text? So, wrestling notes. We got the wrestling notes. But we're going to talk about tonight. It is a big event. And like you said, this is a major card they got going on here. So we're going to get into it. SmackDown was eventful yesterday. You had Brock Lesnar taking out, he went after Michael Cole, and he F5 Corey Graves twice. The first bump Corey Graves for how many years it's been since he had to step away. And did you watch anything of SmackDown? I got to ask you, because I'm going to leave something here.
Okay, no. I was talking to you this pre-show. It's homecoming week. We're getting ready. We got dresses to buy. We got places to shop. Ain't no time for SmackDown. In this morning, same situation. So tell me what went on SmackDown.
Well, I'm going to lead into this here. First off, after Brock laid the smackdown on Cole and really Corey Graves more than anything, which was a great segment. Of course, anytime Brock Lesnar is destroying someone, and people are like, it's always like, oh crap, he's coming in again. He comes in again, does it again. So Brock walks it to the back. He's all sweaty, and all of a sudden he stops. He kind of smirks. Who's waiting for him backstage? Paul Heyman. Looks at Paul. Paul's with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Pats Paul Heyman on the shoulder. Heyman does his little evil smirk. He goes, we have to talk. We have to chat. Paul smiles. He walks off. Intriguing. Yes, I like.
It's more of the greatest hits, sure.
Cool. I almost said Fall Brawl War Games. I'm just say War Games. Remember what I said? War Games.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir. Your reaction to that?
He's going to be. Yeah. If you're saying what is true, it does look like there. I always knew there was going to be a War Games between the factions. You brought up Brock Lesnar, and I said no. That doesn't make sense. Now it does, unfortunately, and that's what's going to happen. So. Roman's side has to, CM Punk's side, they have to step it up. Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna face off against the Beast? Now they need a counterpart. I don't know if they have a baby face good enough to do that. Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's John. John Cena's gonna be on Team Punk against Team Heyman or whatever you want to call it. Team Seth.
Team The Vision.
Team Vision. Gosh, I hate that name, but Team Vision. So. There you go. But yeah, I saw it yesterday. I was like, I gotta talk to Josh about this. But I thought it was intriguing.
It's good. It's good.
Like you said, replaying the classic hits. That's what it is. And and it is. And everybody went, ooh. And then when they said we need to chat, loudness in the crowd. So kick that dork Seth to the curb. That's what DSG says. There you go. Adrian says Corey Graves took that F5 like a G. He did. He looked good. He looked good. He looked good doing it. No, War Games is before Cena retires.
In November, right? Yeah, November.
He retires in December.
Survivor Series. Yeah.
Saturday Night Main Event. Cena retires. Talk about John Cena, Brock Lesnar. That is the first match tonight on the card. Supposedly, it opens up Wrestlepalooza. Which does that mean? Drew and Cody main event. And if Drew and Cody main event, what does that mean? We're going to touch on that before we get to there. Let's talk Brock versus John Cena. Where are you on this match? John Cena, this is Brock's first match since whenever he last wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena, the last two matches had with Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul have been great, 4 to 5 stars, or whatever you want to rate him that way. I mean, it's two of his best matches since AJ Styles. He looks great. He looks great. He's looked great. But now he goes against Brock. So do you see this match? Do you see a lot of trade-offs? Do you see a back and forth? Do you see, do you see Suplex City? Do you see what we saw? What is it, SummerSlam? Whenever that was back in the day, John Cena versus Lesnar. How do you see this playing out tonight?
I don't see Cena taking all those bumps at this age, at this point in his career. There's no way he's taking all those bumps. But listen, as far as the match, it's going to be a fun match, a great match. I do think that they can't have a bad match. They can't have a boring match. Even if the moveset is limited, even though the work rate is limited, they're still going to tell a story in the ring. They always do. It's John Cena. Whether you like him or hate him, want him to retire, want him not to retire, whatever it may be, he can still put on a mega superstar story match with Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar knows how to tell a story as well. He's not just some stupid UFC fighter that comes in and didn't buy into the business. He's a legend for a reason. He could put on a great match. My problem is I don't care. Every single match on this card has a story and a reason behind it. This one does not. Why? Why did Brock do what he did? What's the reason? Can anyone tell me? Is anyone behind?
He hates
this?
John Cena. We think about. You remember John Cena versus Roman Reigns when Cena came back, had that one match against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Brock showed up, or Survivor, whatever it was. I forgot what it was. Whatever. And Brock showed up, and after the match, Roman jumps out of the ring. He looks at John Cena, just F5s him, and then Cena goes back into his semi-retirement before he comes back again. He hates John Cena. That's the story. Brock and John Cena.
That's a great story. That is the best story I've ever heard.
That's it. He wants to. There, Maria said it. He wants to spoil the film. That's right. He wants to spoil the goodbye tour.
Sure. Okay, and John Cena's gonna win. He's not losing another match. Spoiler: John Cena will not lose another match until he's retired. Or no, he never will. I think he's gonna win his last match too. He's gonna beat Brock. It's gonna be an entertaining match. But yeah, it's gonna set up War Games. They're gonna be in. Maybe John can win the match, but Brock leaves him laying out to end it. I could easily see that because I don't know when John's going to appear on Raw or SmackDown again. I don't know when. When is John's next appearance? I don't know. He only has 4 more after this? I don't know.
Yeah, he's done with SmackDown. I think the last time he was on SmackDown was the last time he was going to be on SmackDown. That's when he wrestled. Yeah. Who did he wrestle against? It was a great match. Sami Zayn. Yep. He wrestled Sami Zayn. So it's a good point. Again, I when we did the what if John Cena just stayed a face throughout the run, a lot of it was not different besides kind of the early run. The second half of the run wasn't different than what we're seeing right now. And, Brock returning, I could see, because I don't know who would be that second opponent, because John you have
War Games.
You got War Games. Well, there's one right before that. What's the one before that? Before War Games?
Is there an Australia show?
Is it Crown Jewel?
Crown Jewel.
So there's a second one, right? So who's between that and War Games? That's why I think there's 2 matches, Brock versus John Cena. Because I don't know who fit. Because that's why I think
twice in the War Games.
Unless what you say goes down. Which then that would account for a second match again. Because if John, I have John losing tonight. I have Cena losing. Because Brock comes back, Brock's going to lose his first. No, I could see Brock winning, John getting his win back, then War Games, and then whatever the final match is going to be. I think that's how it's going to play out. So that's where, that's how I see it play. Unless it does, what happens? John wins. John wins the match, gets his win. Brock destroys him. That's another way I could see it going. But then does that would have to write John off TV, like you said? When's the next time? Because then he's going to come back at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's only left for Raw. I think he has like 4. I think he has, because he's done with SmackDown. So I don't know. I just see Brock winning tonight. I really do. I don't see this as a one-off. Because where does he go after that?
The more you talk about it, the more it makes sense. It's just I'm in denial because I'm not interested in this. This is the last thing I wanted to see with John Cena, and I know I'm in the minority. It's fine, but this is the last thing I wanted to see. And to say we're going to get extended versions of this to end his career because Edge isn't there or because Roman doesn't want to work with Cena, like I don't know, you know. Not that Roman doesn't want to work with Cena. What I mean is it doesn't make sense right now because they're both baby faces. It just doesn't make sense. So this is the last stop, Brock Lesnar. And then what? Like, you're only leaving room for Brock and one more person after his retirement match. I just don't like that.
All right, let's say right now, just let's book it very quick. Let's say John wins tonight. So you have a one-off match, which again, then it's like, okay, but which is fair. Again, it's fair too because John only has so many matches left. Who's Crown Jewel? If we think War Games, I keep saying Fall Ball. If War Games is John pairing up with them and Brock and whatever, who's the next match? Who wrestles him at Crown Jewel?
I need to know. Here's what I need to know. How many
Brock
more
John Cena's personal?
Here's what ChatGPT said. As of today, September 20th, 2025, John Cena has 8 confirmed appearances left. 8. I thought it was less. So this does leave room for more matches. So now I'm not so upset about Brock because I only thought it was 4 appearances left. So if it is 8, so the upcoming appearances are November 10th. That's the next one after September 20th, October 11th. Yeah, he's got 8 more, man. We're good. This whole Brock thing is going to be cool. We should have 2 matches in the War Games. I'm into it now because now we have more appearances. I'm all in now. That makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel a little bit better.
So I'll say this. Maria says I want Cena versus Gunther and Cena versus Braun as the last 2 matches. I could see Cena versus Gunther. I would be down with that. Again, I think Dominic Mysterio. I have Dominic Mysterio as the last match. I think that's the one I want to see. Dominic Mysterio is already up here. He's a AAA champion. He's the IC champion. I think that's bigger than John Cena versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker right now is a side piece. He's not Gunther. Gunther's main event, that match means something. Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena means something. I'm not interested in John Cena versus Braun Breaker. He's not there yet. I'd rather see Seth Rollins versus John Cena one more time than Braun Breaker versus John Cena. No interest in that right now.
Here are the dates left, Bobby. I did pull it up.
Okay.
This is confirmed. The ChatGPT messed up, of course. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dates left, counting today. So after today, it's 5 dates left. So the next date after today would be October 11th at Crown Jewel. There's no Raws or SmackDown in between.
So a beatdown. It could be a beatdown and wait till Crown Jewel. Okay.
Yep. November 10th, Monday Night Raw in Boston.
Setting up War Games.
November 17th, Monday Night Raw in New York City. Probably Madison Square Garden. And then November 29th, Survivor Series, War Games in San Diego. And then the last appearance is December 13th, Saturday Night's Main Event. So yeah, it's going to be Brock after in Crown Jewel in Australia. And then that Raw afterwards, November 10th, is probably him going who's next, whatever. I don't know. November 17th is setting up War Games. I'm the final person. I'm the 5th member, whatever it may be. War Games, he wrestles. And then the 13th is his last match, which is, so I guess it's going to be Brock only. And then, God dang it, man. Unless he has matches on Raw.
I'm all in.
I'm trying to talk myself into liking this, but it's hard to. That's all. I'm trying to stay positive.
Maria, you just said Cena should go undefeated until his very last match, And then, okay. Then you what? Dom over Braun Breaker. Cena could put Braun Breaker over and put him on the road of superstardom like Brett did Austin. Braun Breaker is not Stone Cold Steve Austin. He has a lot of growing to do. Giving him that win is like giving Solo Sikoa the win over John Cena. What did it do for him? Absolutely nothing. Solo Sikoa now could use the win over John Cena, and that will put him on over the top. Braun Breaker is not there yet. That's forced. I'm not interested in that or whatever. It will not do anything for Braun Breaker to beat John Cena. It will do nothing for him. It will put Dominic Mysterio way over because Dominic Mysterio is right there. He's there. He's ready to go. Braun Breaker's not. Braun Breaker is Batista in Evolution. His goal is to grow up to a point where he gets past Seth Rollins and then he challenges Seth Rollins. He's not there yet. So yes, Dominic Mysterio over Braun Breaker any day of the week for John Cena. Not even a debate. Not even a debate.
Overall.
Gunther, no, I'm not against Gunther. But let's say if it's just if it's Brock Lesnar one time, Gunther comes back for the last match, or or is the next one at Crown Jewel, I'm okay with that. Because Gunther is there. He's the former world champion. He's a big news, and he could look what he did with Goldberg. But that would be I'll be down with that. Not Braun Breaker. No, Braun Breaker's not there yet. Dominic Mysterio is there. Just Logan Paul proved to be there. Logan Paul, look what Logan Paul did. He lost, but Logan Paul showed, hey, I can hang with the best. So yeah, no, Braun Breaker, he's not even there yet. Don't give me the mid card yet. I'm not interested in mid carder.
What's the next match?
No, that's driving me crazy. Braun Breaker and then the mid card. I ain't why are we giving mid cards a win over the GOAT? What are we doing here? He's not there yet. He's Batista in Evolution before Batista was Batista. Don't force it. Leave it alone. And he's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sure, when it comes time.
You're making me cry, dude. Like
I'm just saying.
Great.
I'm just saying. I mean, come on. Where are we doing here? Braun Breaker over John Cena. Why?
Dude,
why?
This is so not like your take, but like I get it because you're a big Braun. Like you're a Braun guy. That being said,
I am a Braun guy. I love Braun Breaker.
But come on. Just so wild. Like you're going so against it. But I'm like, wait, hold on. It's Bobby. He probably wants freaking some old dude to come wrestle John for his last match. Like he probably wants like Dwayne to come back for magically. Like no, like
there he goes. The Rock versus John Cena. Saturday main event. No,
it doesn't need to be someone up and coming all the time, guys. Sometimes it's what John wants. Sometimes it's what the company wants. It's not about always propelling the next person, because if it's always that case, then that match propelling that person isn't special anymore, because if it does it for every young talent, then every retirement match isn't special. You know what I mean? That's why I liked about Sting's retirement match, because he went over on his own terms as a champion and was treated with respect, and the EVPs of the company were the ones taking the loss in that situation. Cena should win out. He should go out winning. He should not go out losing. That's all I'll say. He needs to win out. He should not take any pins. See, the Cody one was the last pin. That means more to Cody, who is not an emerging talent, who is your superstar already. That would mean more to Cody. Cody's the last person to pin John Cena. He needs that more than some young person needs it. Trust me, he does.
And I just want to say too, Maria says John Cena's only had rehash matches. Cody Rhodes wasn't a rehash match. Logan Paul wasn't a rehash match. Randy Orton's Randy Orton. CM Punk is CM Punk. I'd like to see Seth Rollins now in his prime, at the top of his career, at the top of WWE versus John Cena. I'd love to see that. And it is a rehash, but it's an improved rehash. Just like Punk at where he is now, at the prime of his career, towards the end, but still at the top. I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see a CM Punk versus John Cena over Braun Breaker versus John Cena. I want to see that. I don't want to see, like you said, it's not always about giving some up and comer. Who would I rather have seen Kurt Angle face in his last match? Baron Corbin or John Cena? They gave it to Baron Corbin. How did that turn out? Not so damn good. No, I don't want to. I have no interest in seeing John Cena versus Braun Breaker unless it was like 2 years, a year from now, when Braun Breaker is at the top of his game, and maybe he had that run with Seth Rollins, and maybe he learned to talk on a microphone and all that. Maybe, just maybe, he's not the next big thing. He's next to the next big thing. He's not the next big thing yet. When he's solo and having a monster run and with maybe Paul or whatever, then after he beats Seth Rollins, then not yet. Baron Corbin was proof you do not do that. Because Kurt Angle's final match was a joke. That should have been John Cena. That should have been Brock Lesnar. That should have been something like that. It wasn't. It was Baron Corbin. Should have been Elias. So, yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. But I do have Brock Lesnar winning today.
All right. What other superstar match do you want to debate for 30 minutes over?
I think that's great. Hey, you know what? You have the Usos versus the Vision. We'll go right into it, man. Braun Breaker, and I'd rather see Bronson Reed right now. But anyway,
let me say something about this match. This match is only interesting because of the LA Knight dynamic.
Okay.
I love the fact that Jey Uso is taking more of a serious approach these days and is, resembling the tribal chief as he was the right-hand man for so long. It's another layer added to Jey Uso. You can't just keep on calling him Yeet Man. He does have a serious side to him, and I like this side of him. When he speared LA Knight the first time on Real Talk Wrestling, I told the guys, Jay's not turning heel. LA Knight is in this situation. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold stunned everybody. Didn't matter if you were the head of the company, the baby face, the heel. It didn't matter. Stone Cold stunned everybody. You can have that edge to you and still be a cool, good guy. In this day and age, people cheer this kind of stuff. So Jay doing that is getting the adult fan base over as, oh, this guy is tough, instead of just, oh, he's just a kid's act. LA Knight is a natural heel. He's been babyface for way too long, and he's lost in the shuffle because he's below the top baby faces as a Cody, even a Jay, even a CM Punk. Like, LA Knight will never be as big as them, but LA Knight could be the biggest heel in the company because that gap isn't as wide as the baby faces. So I love LA Knight coming in here and messing things up for the Usos, possibly causing a huge LA Knight Jey Uso feud, which would be cool. Something different we didn't expect to see. But I do see the Vision winning here because the Vision is too good. They should not lose at this moment. They're young, up-and-coming faction that should not lose.
So, yeah, I think it's the Vision's. The Vision's going to win it, and I think for the reasons you're saying, they're teasing a Jay or Jimmy turn, a Jay turn more than anything. They're teasing a Jay turn on Jimmy. I think only to be swerved by LA Knight. And I think LA Knight is, like you brought it up, I think LA Knight's going to do really well as a heel. He's going to kill it as a heel. And that might push him over the top. I'm just waiting for Josh to say Fatu. Oh, Fat 2?
Fat 2.
But yeah, I think that's exactly how it's going to go down. I'm with you. I think the Vision wins tonight. And I think for that reason being, he's going to try to interfere and then he'll turn. And I will say, Maria, great point. Brock destroying Hogan did a lot for his legacy before winning the world title. I will say, though, that was before beating The Rock. That was before going for the world title. Braun Breaker is not going for the title anytime soon. You had to make Brock look strong, and Brock was Brock. Brock was Brock. Braun is not Brock. Just saying. Not right now.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Not yet.
He's
we like Braun. We like Braun here.
I love Braun. The genetics and Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner. I love the Steiners. I love Braun Breaker. He's not there yet though.
But that's not his role. His role right now is a tag team champion. Like, they're going to be tag team champions soon.
Yes,
that's his role. He's a tag team wrestler right now. And listen, that doesn't mean he's going to be stuck there. It's just he is the secondary role to the main eventer, and that's okay to be attached to that. Don't be like Ronda Rousey and be upset, oh, they're only pairing me with him because he's selling merch. Yeah, that's good that you're attached to him. There's big things ahead. It's just you're getting baked right now. And guess what? Just like when my kids are saying, hey, are the cookies done? No, they're not done. 5 more minutes. Just let them bake a little bit longer. They'll be perfect then. We don't need to pull them out now.
Speaking facts ain't hate, brother. DSG speaking facts, saying, hey, I don't hate on Braun. He's not there. Not rushing it. He's not ready for that yet. Slow it down. Slow it down. All right. Io Sky versus Stephanie McCurry for the WWE Women's World Championship. Where are you standing on this? Who gets it?
Man, I am the only one on Real Talk Wrestling that picked Io Sky. The other guys picked Stephanie.
Oh, you picked Io.
And
okay.
I picked Io because she could be a transitional champion and not hurt her. And what I mean by that is there's something going on with Rhea. There's something going on with Asuka, that whole situation. When Stephanie, like, there's a story to be told with Rhea, Io, Asuka, and all those girls. There's a story to be told. When Stephanie, my whole point against Stephanie winning is when she wins, then what? Where's the heel to feud with? You don't have any. Liv, she's gone. Becky, she's tied up with some Vision story, and she's a mid carder at the point. Bailey, she's dealing with Valkyria and her own mental problems, where she's going to be the new Cactus Jack, Dude
I
Love,
like it.
and
I like what
I like it
that's
too.
going
No,
so
I
far.
like it too. No, I like it too. But I'm saying that she's in that
Yeah,
story.
no, I know what
So,
you're
like,
saying. Yeah.
if Stephanie wins this, what do we do with Stephanie? Who does she? There's nothing there. Whereas Rhea and Io and Asuka all have a built-in story. I think Io wins this championship, and I think Asuka, because what does Triple H do with his heels? They're always right. They always have a reason for what they're doing. Asuka, they always tell the truth. You might not like the truth, but they tell it. Asuka's telling the truth right now. Rhea's not your friend. Rhea's turning heel. Rhea needs a change. She's going to finally beat Io as a heel, and that's where I think this is going. Rhea has been losing matches way too long. It does nothing for Rhea to beat Stephanie if she chooses to turn heel against that. It does nothing. It does everything for this Io story because they are the top girls on that show. They are, no, I'm not going to say they're the Austin Rock, but they are the two top girls definitive. There's no one close to them right now. It's okay for them to go back and forth, and it's about time Rhea goes over, and she needs a character change. I'm sorry. Her as a heel works, and you know it does. We need something. We need shock.
So, first off, I'm gonna tell you, you got me second guessing now because I think it's I was gonna roll. I'm rolling with my pick was Stephanie. Is Stephanie? I think Stephanie's great, but your points are so freaking valid. It's ridiculous. See, here's my thing. She doesn't turn heel, or she doesn't change. And let's say Io wins, which Io is amazing. Io's great. And you're right. Asuka and Io, that story, Rhea versus Io has been amazing. Like, people go, I'm sick of seeing that match. I get that. But every time they get in that ring, it's money. If she doesn't turn heel, she wins tonight, Io wins tonight, and Rhea doesn't change characters, it's the same thing over again. People are going to get tired of that. It's still going to be great when you see it, but the story will be tiring. The match won't. The match will be great. So if that is the route they go, love it. I just think they go. I think it's Stephanie Verker. But what you're saying makes way too much sense. It makes me want to. Jay, the way the lights are in your ear bothering me now because it looks like you have pigtails. Yeah. It's real life. It's distracted. I keep looking up. I know. It's right on, bro. No shame in your game. Look, Stephanie McCurry is amazing. And I think you pair her with anybody and you're gonna have great matches. So because I'm thinking about it, there is a hint. You could plug anybody in there. You go, okay, throw this in it. But again, the story is Io versus Rhea. Io could, you could have a match with Asuka. You got your story right there. Match with Rhea, you got your story right there. And so your point, where does Stephanie Verker go from here? It's not Bailey, because Bailey's right now with Valkyria. Not Becky, because Becky's story right now is with AJ Lee. This Jordan Grace and Mariah, they're in NXT. SmackDown has a great women's storyline right now where that's going to go. We'll see how it goes. So where would Stephanie McCurry go from here? If she wins tonight, that's a great point because I'm picking Stephanie, but or that was my original pick. But it's true. Where does she go? Who is legitimately? Because again, I'm not hating on it because you know how I feel about. But is it Nikki Bella? Nikki Bella's not a heel, right? Unless she switches up. That's the only one. Is there another one? Is someone else I could try to think of? Asuka versus Stephanie McCurry. Asuka's with Io. It makes sense for her to turn on Io. Or Io, you go Stephanie again, or Stephanie versus Rhea Ripley, unless Rhea turns heel. I don't know. Yeah, Mackenzie moves Stephanie to SmackDown to do a storyline with Julia for the US title. I love that. Julia needs it. Julia needs something over in SmackDown. But so I'm going to tell you, Maria, you and I were about to side on the same team for the first time tonight because you and I have been on differing sides here for the whole show. I got a lot of love for you, Maria. I was about to side with you on this, but Josh has turned me. I was going Stephanie. I'm going to go Io because it makes more sense. It's going to make more sense.
You know what? We and it's going to go Vakir because,
I know. See, damn it.
It's going to go the other way, but it just makes more sense that way. And I feel they
maybe I'm crazy.
That.
Who is it? Who would be? Because are you going to pull Rhea away from Io? Are you going to pull Asuka away from Io? That you can't break that.
Unless Liv is ready.
Right?
Now
that might happen. Maybe that's a surprise. Maybe that's a surprise. That maybe because I don't want to pair Liv and
or you can push. They're pushing Raquel. They're pushing her to look like a monster.
Raquel, hey, yo.
They're pushing her. So like there are women out there, Roxanne. There are women out there that can do this. That can
listen.
But we're heading into WrestleMania season.
Yeah. Look, Stephanie V. If she wins tonight, it's great. She's great. We know how talented we know what type of matches she could put on. I was rolling like I had to hear Stephanie McCurry. She's the heir apparent. She's ready. She's past. What about Braun Breaker? She's not. No, she's a past Braun Breaker. She has the push behind her. She's ready to get that run. But again, when you think about it, okay, what's left? And then here's Rhea right here. Okay, you could maybe if Rhea turns, it's Rhea. Raquel, I've written Nia Jax. Nia's on SmackDown, no? No, but still, Bailey is with Valkyria. Lash Legend, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, they're on NXT. And let me tell you, I'm intrigued by Blake Monroe, the way she's kind of going on, finally kind of going that direction, which is awesome. And I love Jordan Grace, but again, NXT. But Maria, I'm not hating on it. I'm not. But what you're saying, Josh, it makes too much sense. That's just in regards to story, that's the way to go. So let me ask you, between the two, we got two more matches here. Which ones should main event? Punk and AJ versus Becky and Seth, or Cody versus Drew?
CM Punk and AJ, the tag match.
Why?
It's the most important story. We already learned this year, actually, it doesn't matter if the title match is the main event. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't be the main event at all times. The main event should be the main attraction. The main attraction is AJ Lee making her return and husband and wife versus husband and wife and the story. I'm intrigued with Cody and Drew, but I feel bad because, full disclosure, guys, I don't watch SmackDown. It's just a boring show. It's a drag. It is. And I don't even care what's going on with Seth and Cody. I'm sure it's going to be a phenomenal match. I'm sure they're telling a great story. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. It doesn't matter in the long run. CM Punk and AJ Lee, I'm intrigued. I already know how it's going to come. I already know the baby faces are going to win. This is going to set up a match with Becky and AJ. That's why AJ can't go with Stephanie, because this ain't going to end anytime soon. Why I know you're not. We've talked about this many times, but are you for the main event always being for the championship, or is the attraction more important?
The attraction to me is more important because, again, and I'll use it until the day my heart stops beating. WrestleMania 18 should have been Hogan Rock, not Chris Jericho versus Triple H. That's your evidence right there. But this is not that. This is not that. Cody versus Drew should main event. Because people, if you have CM Punk versus the tag match main eventing, what's the intrigue besides, okay, who wins? There's more intrigue with the main event being Drew and Cody because everybody's wondering, wait a second, this is ESPN's first pay-per-view. This is WWE ESPN's first pay-per-view. What's going to happen at the end of this match? Is someone going to show up? This, that. If it's Punk versus Punk and Cody, I mean Punk and Rollins, AJ and Becky, then that's all you're getting. That's to be the main event. And honestly, straight up, unless it's Punk versus Rollins, is that main event worthy? I don't know if it is. And I'll tell you why, because I know AJ. First of all, AJ Lee's been training. We know that she's been helping on wrestling shows, she on TV, whatever. I'm sure they're going to put on a good match, but that's all you're going to get. You take the intrigue out of the show because you know what's going to happen. I think you got to roll with Cody versus Drew because it's already being thrown out there. Who may show up? Because this is and Triple H has been saying it. Paul has been saying it. Surprises, things, this, that. He's throwing it all out there. This thing you don't know what to expect. This is sports and entertainment. I think Drew versus Cody needs the main event this show because of the intrigue of what's next. What's next?
What's going to be much better?
Unless Brock interferes in this match.
Well, I was about to say, what's going to be much better with AJ Lee being held by Becky Lynch tonight while she watches her man get F5'd, curb stomped, F5, curb stomped.
Ooh, okay. Well,
AJ
that's different. You see, again, but that's why I said unless Brock, that's different. But what if Cody's about to beat Drew, and then all of a sudden you see the lights are final boss. Drew gets the victory.
Do we want this again? Like, do we not learn our lesson the first time?
No, fans will never learn their lesson. As much as we'll bitch and moan and everything else, they'll pop for it.
It doesn't mean we want it. That's what I tell my buddies when we go. I'm not going to tell it on there, but just because you want something in a moment in a foreign place that's not home doesn't mean it's going to be worth it in the long run, brother. Keep it in your pants and let's get home safe. So just because you want it now doesn't mean it's good for you forever.
I'm just saying it's the intrigue. So the reason, so now, I say Cody versus Drew because of the intrigue.
Yep.
You say Seth and AJ. Let's roll with Seth and AJ first. Well, no, let's go with Drew. No, Seth and AJ first. How do you see that playing out? Who do you you think the baby faces go over?
I do. I think AJ Lee has to win her first match. And you know what? If this was separate, if this was flip-flopped and AJ Lee was the person that came back already and CM Punk was the one coming back after 10 years, this would be the main event and we'd have no problems with it. I just want to point that out for everyone that supports women's wrestling. Nothing against you, Bobby, but I'm just saying, like, it'd be much different. It would be the main event because it's CM Punk. AJ Lee meant a lot to that women's division. And I'm not going to say like I'm marking out over this and I'm super excited for it, but I don't feel like she's being appreciated enough as a returning person should. That's all. That's all. But I do think the baby faces have to win. I think this is setting up AJ Lee and Becky. You can't have someone return from 10 years, lose. All right, well, she's washed up. What happens when we see a player return?
That's why Brock is going over tonight.
Yeah, but he's bulletproof. He's bulletproof. He hasn't been gone for 10 years. What happens? What happens if you get a returning NFL player, NBA player, baseball player, and they just for 2 months they suck? We don't go. We go. They're done. They're washed. They're out of the league. They're done. So she comes back from 10 years and loses. She's washed up. She's done. What's my intrigue to be invested in her? She's a loser. She has to win. She has to win. She has to pin it. She has to pin Becky. She has to.
If they win, she has to go. She'll go over on Becky. And again, I think what you said though, in regards of the F5 thing, that might be a way to go, and that might be the safe way to go if you want Becky and Steph to go over. But the returning person has to go over. Cody, CM Punk and AJ Lee stand in the middle ring with their hands raised up, have to go over. All the heels return tonight. Drew is boring as hell. DSG. Maria says, I know you are from Miami, but please no Rock. Adrian says, Randy turns heel on Cody, costing him the championship. Adrian does say, I'll take the Rock returning every time. Brock Lesnar lost to Cena when he first came back to WWE years ago. No, he won. He destroyed Cena when he returned. With Cody and Drew is already confirmed. That's what Adrian says.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but you know what though? I tell people, especially Chris Koffler, if you're watching, which I know you're not. I know he's not. He's probably watching some college football. I think Miami's playing Florida at the moment. He's a big Florida guy. Is Miami playing Florida?
Yeah, they are. They're playing today. Yeah, it's about to go down. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, he's probably getting ready for that. But WWE does a great job of having a match and having a cool down. I guarantee you, and Maria can confirm this because she's watching All Out. It's 45-minute match of AEW, flips, kicks, super kick, just a car wreck. 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. And as soon as we can breathe, the next person's coming out for the next match. They have no breathing room. It's just next. Whereas WWE can cool off the fans with the interviews, with the commercials, with everything. They do a good job of cooling things down. There's no need for cool down matches anymore. You know how they used to throw the women's match in there for 5 minutes? They don't need that anymore because they do it with their commercials. And they're, hey, here's a celebrity. Hey, look at us. Like, all that's done for a purpose. It's to cool them back off to get them ready for the next card, the next match, which I think is a genius idea. I love it.
6 p.m. Okay, well, 7 p.m. Eastern, but 6 p.m. Central time for me. Okay. Good.
Rock is ready for the cruiserweight. Rock is going for the speed championship, brother. Rock versus El Grande Americano. One of them. All 4 of them, who knows?
There you go. Maria says, I love that nonstop action with my wrestling.
I do. I do too. I do. I love AEW matches, but I also appreciate the slow matches, the story-driven matches. Give me MJF versus Kyle Fletcher all day. I bet you that'd be a banger. But I can't do it match after match after match after match after match after match. I can't do it.
Okay, so Babyface is going over tonight. With you on that, with CM Punk and AJ Lee. AJ Lee not getting the appreciation that she deserves from you. That's a show. Yeah, I'm expecting a WrestleMania-like show tonight from there. I am too. Drew versus Cody. Cody goes over?
Yeah. I like what
go ahead.
I like what someone said, or maybe someone said Orton. I like that. It's when's the last time we've seen Orton? It's time for something new.
Yeah.
I don't.
Everybody's expecting Rock, but it could be Orton. Orton turning on Cody. And there's your next Cody match. Because I'll say, if what's the point? Cody didn't have a match on this card until recently. They just say, oh, Cody's back, and he has a match against Drew. Why? You could have had John Cena main eventing the show. You could have had AJ Lee and Punk main eventing the show with Seth and Becky. You didn't need Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Why do this? Unless if Cody's just going to go over. Why? You don't need to.
Okay. All right.
We need Cody. We need Cody on. No, you don't. You have John Cena, Brock Lesnar. You don't need that.
Let me explain this. As
it's suspicious. It's sus to me.
Just let me explain this as easily like you're a 5-year-old and like everyone watching. Your first show. Okay. You are a big you're a big golf guy, right? Let's just say you're a big golf guy. And in some network lands the Augusta National, right? The Masters, whatever you call it. They land it. And they're going to have this huge ceremony, but they only have like B-level golfers at this event. No Tiger, no Mickelson, none of the guys. This is the face of your freaking company, brother. He better be there on the first night of the first ESPN show. He is your face. You think they would leave the face? Do you think any organization would leave the face out of their... Every time they go to a new network, who's there? Dwayne. They make sure they get Austin. They make sure they get the stars. You're telling me, hey, ESPN, you just gave us $5 trillion, almost what Tony Khan has, but we're getting there. We'll leave Cody off. No big deal, right? Our world champion. You don't want our world champion? No, they probably said, hey, why isn't your world champion on our show? This is the first night. Why isn't your world champion booked? They probably asked him that. Book him. He's the world champion. It's the first impression. New audience.
I don't think they got John Cena versus Brock. They don't give a damn. That's bigger box office to them. ESPN. Come on, he put Goldberg as the number one wrestler. Do you not see what Stephen A. Smith is? ESPN. Did you see his top 5? Even Paul Levesque, Triple H went at him. Did you see his top 5?
No, I don't watch ESPN.
Okay. Hold on, brother. Let me tell you his top 5 because this will tell you enough. The only reason why I think you would bring Cody from doing his Street Fighter movie out of nowhere to do this show was not because ESPN said, where's Cody? It shouldn't be. I think it's because they're going to end the show on something big tonight. And guess what would be big? Someone showing up, whether it's Randy doing his thing. That's not as big. That's if you can't get it. Or maybe Rock turning, siding with Drew and Drew winning the WWE Championship and not getting the title taken away from him 5 seconds into it. That would be a big end of the night. Let Cody go off, do his movie, and let him do whatever and let Drew run it. But let me see here. Let me make sure I find it here. Stephen A. Smith. Now that you say that. I'm gonna do it.
By the way, it's not that I don't watch ESPN because I'm boycott. I don't ever watch ESPN. It's just never. I only watch 3 channels, brother. Disney Channel, NFL Network in the morning, and whatever channel sports are on. I don't watch shows.
Okay, so Stephen A. Smith's top 5 wrestlers in order. I think number 5. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 5, the World Warriors. The tag team, the World War. That's his fit, which is fine. Cool. Hey, you know what? First of all, and this is his prerogative, right? This is his thing. So it don't matter. I don't want to, but so Road Warriors, number 4, The Rock, number 3, Hogan, 2, Ric Flair, and number 1, Goldberg.
Yeah.
So
no problem with that.
Box office. That's so to me, you don't have Cody come back out of nowhere to main event one of your biggest shows now because you just wanted to have the WWE Championship on the line. No, you do it because you're going to end the show on a big thing. That's how I think. And the big would be Drew McIntyre winning and shocking the world and Cody going off to do his movie, or 200-pound Rock showing up, not having to do anything except distract Cody for Drew to win, and then Drew McIntyre now is the corporate champion.
Yep,
that's where I see it.
And then after the show, they'll take a picture with each other with tequila, smiling. All of them, just Drew. They're gonna tweet
because Cody said, yeah, Cody said it last night. He said, you're the social media guy, and all of a sudden, as he's talking in the ring, Drew McIntyre tweets, thank you, Cody, or something, So that's how I say it. So there you go. You got I have Brock winning, you have John Cena winning, right?
Yeah.
We both have Vision winning tonight.
Yep.
You convinced me Io's gonna win. So we're rolling that way. Both got Punk and AJ.
Yeah.
You got Cody, I got Drew. That sound about right?
Sounds about right.
I think tonight they're going to shock the world, the wrestling world. It's going to be because they're going to want to talk about it at the end. Did you see what happened? Yeah. The Rock showed up. The man that don't ever miss a WWE main event again.
Scott Van Pelt's be like,
yeah,
have Drew on there. Hey man, hey Drew, I'm Scott.
The world. Here's the WWE champion. Holy crap! No Roman tonight.
What was going through your mind when Dwayne Johnson, Black Adam, as he walks through and he just does this, and you knew what to do. He just does this and this, and you just knew what to do. Why didn't you just do it before?
But Roman's story is tied with Seth Rollins and the Vision. He has nothing to do with Cody right now. Nothing at all.
Yeah, Roman,
so no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be Roman.
Roman is more.
He just got signed off. He just signed out for the day. For the he just got written out by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. So no Roman. Roman's not a surprise.
Roman's not coming back till
before Survivor Series.
Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I can
You
see him
think
wrestling
so?
on that. Yeah, I can see him wrestling on that show.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But who would he wrestle this time? Braun Breaker? Has he had that match yet? Because he did Bronson. Now he's got to go Braun Breaker to get to Seth ultimately.
Yes. And there you go, Maria. Roman versus Braun Breaker. There you go. That's a good one for Braun.
That's bigger than Cena, in my opinion. To me, that's bigger than Cena. Roman's more over than Cena, I think. Every time we see Roman, he gets.
But is Roman gonna? Would Braun go over on Roman?
No.
So, but anyway, yeah. So there you go, guys. That's how we're playing out. You got the pre-show going on right now on War Games. You have the pre-show going on right now on ESPN, whatever that's called, Plus or whatever the hell it is. For next week's show. So there's homework for everybody if you guys want to talk about it.
This is a Maria-driven show.
This is a Maria show coming up. Maria, this is you and everyone else, especially if you're not AEW people. Trust me. AEW Double or Nothing 2020, the first COVID pay-per-view for AEW. We're watching it. You're going to rewatch it. I'm going to watch it for the first time, and we're going to discuss it match by match. Talk about what we liked, what we disliked, and you're going to talk about where they've fallen off. What happened to AEW? So that's the next show.
That was just sad to think, man. Like what? Like at that time, even though it was COVID, people, and I know you're gonna like Bobby already brought it up. The way they presented it versus WWE was totally different in a better atmosphere. If you have HBO Max and you haven't seen this show, watch it. We'll talk about it next week. It's going to be a blast because I think Bobby's going to appreciate the show because what he sees now on Twitter and these clips, that stuff wasn't happening back then. Back then was a much better time than what we have now. Much better time. Even with no fans. Even with the Stadium Stampede match. Like that was the first one and that I didn't know what to expect and I was like, "Wow, that was a fun time." Then they did it over again and over and over and it became, "Oh, it's this month, so we must have a Stadium Stampede match." It became very Hell in a Cell-ish when Vince was running Hell in a Cell pay-per-views. But that's it. That's done with my rambling.
No, it's all good. Adrian says Tony Khan happened. Did she? Oh, how generous of Bobby to give Josh a show. Gotta get a little thing. Josh has like 10 shows on FTSN. Almost.
I'm always here.
Hey, it's shout out though to Fantasy Now Plus, killing it right now. If you love football and you love fantasy football, you got to tune in to Fantasy Now Plus. If you haven't yet, yes, they're on FTSN, they're on FTSN Extra, but Fantasy Now Plus on YouTube as well. And you got the shorts, you got some other stuff that's not on FTSN. You have some other stuff that's behind, other things, extra stuff. If you want to get ahead of everybody on Dynasty and fantasy football, go tune into those guys. They know their stuff. I actually texted you during a show. Alex was like asking me a question. I was like, "Don't ask me. Hold on, I got you." He's like, "Is he gonna text you right now?" I go, "He'll text me." Josh is on it like that. I texted you and it was like, "Ill, start this guy." Like, that's it.
I hope I got it right, brother. I forgot what it was.
I hope so too. I don't remember. I didn't check in with him because he asked me the other day. It was like, "Who do I start? Tua or Josh? Trevor Lawrence?" And I was like,
Trevor Lawrence.
I was like, "Lawrence, you got to go Lawrence." And then of course both of them. And he's like, "I cut both of them after the game." That's what he told me. He cut them both after the game. I was like, I get it.
Big shout out to Justin Bowerly. He was on Fantasy Pros. It's a site that gets all the rankers on one site, and they rank us. There's 1,000 rankers per position, so we're part of it. Like I'm part of the one of 1,000. Justin was ranked the number one ranker in running backs last week, so he nailed that running back position. That's crazy. One of 1,000. Awesome. Holy crap! Last week I was ranked top.
Yeah, but
17.
You were ranked. Yeah.
So we're crushing it, man.
But so I want to again, okay, because Adrian, DSG, I know you do. You guys watch football. I don't know how many of you play fantasy football, but if you really want to get ahead of it and you want to watch some great stuff, because these guys put on good. The content is freaking amazing. The production value is amazing. And shout out to Justin and for doing that, and Josh for his stuff. They kill it. Thank you, man. These are champions right here. 2-time champs about to be the 3-time champions. I'm just telling you, letting you know now. Telling you right now, brother. Woo!
Hockey
3
season,
times.
man. I can't wait. I can't wait for hockey season.
It's almost there. It's almost here, brother.
I've already spent like $300 on tickets. I got the stadium.
You get season tickets, so you're a Tampa Bay Lightning, so you get season tickets, right?
Yeah. So when they come to Raymond James, we're getting hockey outside this year against Boston, and I'll be at the game in February. Yeah, when the Bucks play, that's gonna be outside. It's gonna be crazy.
I love it. Yeah, but I can't wait, man. It's gonna be. I can't wait for hockey season to start up. Playoff hockey is just, it's just like it's something else.
It's a different level of television.
And I will say, there you go. Adrian has it in there. Hockey season start up. Florida Cats and Dirty Rats podcast will be starting up, I'm sure, soon on FTSN with Adrian and Will of 305 Sports Now. But no, again, Fantasy Now Plus. Again, there you go. Justin Burley was number 1 ranking with the running backs, which it's a tough call. Running backs are tough because, and then of course you were ranked in the top 20, right? If I remember correctly. 17th. Yeah, there you go. So that's you were proud of it. I remember you're like, dude. I was like, there you go. So that's great because there's a lot of people, fantasy football or fantasy sport content creators, but you guys were in the top 20, and of course, number 1 in running back rankings for Justin Burley. But the work you guys put in is bar none. So I just love it. So when's your next show though for Fantasy Now Plus?
Well, our next show, we were live about 2 hours ago, our Dynasty show. Tomorrow, Justin Bowerly will be speaking of pizza. Justin Bowerly will be answering your questions at 11 a.m. Eastern. He's cooking up pepperoni pizza, actually, Zach. So it is National Pepperoni Pizza. That's tomorrow. Justin will be cooking that before the games and answering all your questions with Pudge. And then, of course, I'll be on 9 a.m. Monday morning for Cold Brews and Hot Takes, where I just react to all of the nonsense that goes on. All of the nonsense. When you're screaming, Ollie Gordon scored, that could have been H-Han. I'll be there to react and yell about it with you. So, because nobody started Ollie Gordon.
Love Ollie Gordon, man. I'm telling you. Right now, fantasy's different, but I'm saying overall, that dude's gonna be that dude, right? Am I, and H-Han's H-Han. I got H-Han's autograph right there, man. I love H. I drafted him. But Ollie Gordon, when I say it's not Ollie Gordon, it's Ollie freaking Gordon. That's how I said when we draft him. Love that freaking kid. But I'm off for the first time for this season. For the first time, I'm off Sunday. I don't have nothing going on tomorrow. I got stuff going on in family, but content creation wise, I'm off. But of course, you will get this. FTSN won't be off because, as you say, Justin Burley will be on. And he'll be cooking. And he was a chef. He is a chef. He was cooking wings last week, right? So and now he's making pepperoni pizza. And it's not some just regular, I'll throw it in, Little Caesars or a little, what's he call the Baron pizza. No, this is cooking it. So I will get to enjoy the day, yes, tomorrow. So I'm cool about that. Yes, good for me. You know it, Adrian. You know, brother. But anyway, Josh, as always, great to do this show with you, my brother. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. Enjoy Wrestlepalooza. Am I saying that right? Butchering it probably. Wrestlepalooza. Yeah. Enjoy the show. We'll see how it goes. Zach, Adrian, Maria, thank you for tuning in. DSG. Guys, again, I want to say this too because Adrian is in here. If you love wrestling as we do, you love the content, go check out the Rainy Day podcast, Too Raw for SmackDown. Adrian has it all over there, and we will have Adrian on with us. I would love to get him on here, talk wrestling, because we talk everything else, and but we'll have to talk wrestling with him. But we appreciate you all tuning in. Like and body slam that subscription, brother. Hit that button, brother. Elbow drop. Let's do it. Appreciate you all. Have a good night.